What is up, Retro Maniacs? My name is Mike. His name is Joe. His name is EP, and we're here to talk about cards. We do it every week. We're here to complain about cards. That's what we've been doing recently. We all did our top 5 hobby pet peeves. Now it's your turn. We're going to take a list of pet peeves from our viewers. People that watch us complain are going to tell us what they like to complain about. So I have a little list here. We will go over these one by one and we'll see what we think. First one I have is from Bry North 3586. You know, he hates when people post a card for sale on social media and then somebody else has to come in and like post, oh yeah, I have that card, look at mine. Or like, oh, I have this in a 10. Like, those people that have to just interject themselves. Can I add to this too a little bit? I'm breaking the rules a little bit because this is his complaint, his pet peeve. But I also hate it too when like people, you're selling stuff and people like jump into it and go, oh, I have this one if you're interested. Like, no, start your own thread. Don't piggyback on mine. But
I have a phrase for it. It's thread hijacking.
Absolutely.
You are hijacking someone else's post.
Yeah.
And I hate when people do it. I actually hate it even more when people say, not to hijack your post, but no. As soon as you put the but in, you are going to hijack my post. Get off my post, dude. Yeah. Start your own. Get off my post, bro. If you want to sell something to someone that you might have, reach out to them. DM them or whatever. Do not. I'm trying to. It's like a Walmart employee going into Target and saying, hey, look, you want to buy this from me instead? No, don't be a dick. I completely agree with this guy. Good one. I appreciate this.
100% agree with it. I feel like also we should start a bank structure trading cards, like a list of vocabulary, like terms that we come up with. Like the Joe's gonna have a bunch of them for sure, but they definitely have a list of all these different terms that come up with. Yeah, I agree 100%. Like don't yuck somebody else's yum is one of the things I say. Like don't
That's
be
a t-shirt.
Don't be a jerk. Like don't be like this is their thing. Don't be trying to horn in. If you don't have their following, that's on you. Work on your following. You know?
Yep.
Check out our merch shop for the "Get Off My Thread, Bro" t-shirt too. I'll also throw another quick one in there. I also hate it like when you're showing a card you bought and then people have to post pictures of the same card. It's like, no, this is mine, about my happiness of it. Yep. All right, the next one is from Ricky Housewright 5588. Let's go. Let's go in all the videos. I mean, I think this one is going to be pretty unanimous. Yeah. I understand it's a thing. But it's a little bit overused by the breakers and the reveal videos and the break video. Like, yeah, just like come up with something new every now and then.
I don't know if this one made our list of top 10 hobby terms we hate. But I know it might have been.
I think it was.
Mike, link them somewhere. I don't know how you do that YouTube stuff, but we
it's
did
over your
whole
head.
List.
You should know how to do it.
It's here. Nope, no, here. There we talked about some of these terms. If we didn't put in one of ours, it was definitely something we talked about. The let's go, let's effing go, all of these things, very, very annoying. We get it. You're excited, but just, I mean, it's the word. Use something else. Be original.
When I use this, every time I use this now, every time it is because it is a joke. It is me saying, let's go. Yeah. Let's go for something that is completely like either mundane or is like unexpected, like whatever, like just something just to get a laugh out of people because it is so overused by so many people.
I also watch one channel that like the person does the let's go, but he like let's go, like he mutes it instead of like screaming it, which makes it seem really weird. Yeah. All right, the next one is from 4 Soft Corner 728, who we met in person at the card show this last weekend. This is a little out of our wheelhouse, but he doesn't like when people always use collector's grade for vintage cards, but they're talking about like 7s and 6s and like pretty good grades for a vintage card. Yeah, a little skewed view by the investor of what a collector's grade is.
Right.
Yeah, I've used the term collector's grade for like when I talk about Brady cards, like, oh, you can get a collector's grade, which is like a 7 or an 8, because it's kind of a modern card.
Yeah.
If you're getting like a 52 mantle and you're calling a
I'm
PSA
thinking like
6
a
or 7 a
2 and
collector.
3.
Exactly.
Right, yes,
Maybe a
Vintage
yeah.
4
cards
or
are 2s or
3. Yeah.
3s. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
No collector is getting a 7 of some of these vintage cards.
Right.
Okay, next one is from Simply Amazering. That's not spelled incorrectly, but I think that's how it's said. Okay, people who list base cards as refractors on eBay.
EP, I'll let you take this
These
one.
are some of the worst people in the world. And I bought a bunch of refractors yesterday, and I was looking them up and comping them yesterday, and I ran into this over and over. Oh, this sells for 30. This one sells for 25. This one sells for 4. I'm like, why don't I click on it? It's not a refractor. Come on, people, do better.
These are the unreasonable people that get me so ticked off. These people who do no research. They think that I'm guessing it's people who are like list like one of like what was 98 Bowman's best, that they're all refractors, but they're listed as refractors or whatever. Like that is the stuff. Like, do your research, have some bit of knowledge. If you're gonna waste our time, if you're gonna go on eBay, you're gonna sell your stuff, have a little bit of knowledge, just a tiny bit. Just use your brain, just a tiny bit, please.
And it's either people being stupid or people trying to trick people.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. I'm going to take this one step further. And I actually hate the people who will post a card that's not a refractor. They know it's not a refractor, and they put in the listing, not the refractor.
Yeah.
So they get the hits of people putting refractors. I find that with this card, the Bowman Chrome Brady, all the time. You will see the word refractor in it, and then you'll click on it, and it's not the refractor, and they say literally not the refractor in the listing, so they get those. EP's going to explode right now on screen.
That is literally deception. You are literally deceiving people with that headline. You are trying to get people to look at your thing.
No, you're not only EP, they're specifically saying it's not the refractor.
But you're not only deceiving them, you're deceiving people that don't want to see the card that you have. Right. They want the refractor version. I'm not looking for a refractor because I want the base card. I'm not going to see yours that says not a refractor and go, oh, okay, there's the one I'm looking for. So like, what's the end game here? You're just spamming the search result. Just not working.
Exactly.
Okay, we're going to stick with eBay listings here. 789 cards, rare in every eBay listing. I mean, I may have done this once or twice. I don't know. I usually don't, though, because like I don't feel like telling somebody it's rare is going to make them think it's rare, because it's eBay. We all know that whatever is in the title doesn't necessarily mean anything, but it is overused, to be generous.
Yeah, I've done that too. I mean, like, I think for ironically, the ornaments, I had a couple of the ornaments, and I might have put it in the listing for those, but I all of these things, it's like, at what level is it annoying? You know, like if you put it on every one of your listings, yes, you have hit that annoyance threshold for me. But like if something is legitimately rare, I don't know. EP, your thoughts?
Another example. Like Topps has, they have like multiple levels of SPs, right? They have SP, the rare SP, ultra rare SSP. Like that. I mean, they designate it in their listings. But during our break, we record multiple shows sometimes, like we did this week. And during the break between two shows, I went looking for 1992 Marvel Universe, which everybody knows. There's tons of boxes still unopened out there. There's tons of it out there. Somebody listed a regular base card, for $10 and called it rare. And they're the regular, like the Spider-Man card. Like, that's not rare. There's nothing rare about that whatsoever.
There is the exact same amount of that as there is Gambit, as there is Beast, as there is Cyclops.
Yes.
They're the same exact.
There's no variation. There's no nothing. This is another example of people just not taking the time to find out if it is actually rare, or trying to deceive people and making them think it's rare. Another example of that.
Okay, next one from Rookie Dog 1. eBay sellers that tape their card inside, or any sellers that tape the card to the inside of an envelope, and the sellers that use packing tape to like seal up all edges of the envelope. Now, in all fairness, full disclosure, I tape my top loading team bag card inside the envelope I use. Shouldn't be difficult to get. I'm not using like a big envelope though. I'm using a smaller envelope. So it shouldn't be a problem to get out, but I don't want it to move around. But I totally agree with the packing tape on the envelopes. Like I have to get out my scissors to open the damn envelope because they had to take packing. Like there's no way to rip a paper envelope with packing tape on all the edges, around the side, across the middle. You have to go get the scissors, and then I have to get up. I have to walk over. I have to pull the drawer open. I have to get the scissors out. I have to close the drawer, go back over, sit down, cut it, take the scissors back. Like that's a lot of work.
How are you still alive? Are you okay?
I don't know. But what I do know is I don't want to be wasting the time I have left doing that all the time to open a damn envelope.
So when I saw this one, I thought to myself, oh shit, did I sell this guy something on eBay?
I'm also guilty of this, so go ahead.
So I don't tape I don't tape the card inside the envelope. Usually what I do is I have like basically the equivalent of a thank you card, right? It's like the card stock and I fold it in half and put it into, but I tape the card to the card stock. So someone, once they open up the envelope, can pull the card stock out and then it's taped to that. I don't have one of those printers that prints off the labels. I print them off in paper, cut them, and then tape them, adhere them to that. I don't sell the bulk you guys sell.
2023.
Well, I don't sell anywhere near the bulk you guys sell, so there's no reason for me to have one. And I have 100% positive feedback, so I think I'll be okay.
So do I. Big deal.
But that's what I'm saying. You had to spend money for a thermal printer to print off your labels. I didn't.
But I spend a lot less time. That's like having my scissors drawer right next to where I'm sitting.
Right next to your desk. Oh my god.
Oh no. Like, I don't know if you're doing a bit or not, but my goodness gracious, for the one or two things I have to print out. Right.
Where are they?
Anyway.
That's a long walk to get.
It's a poor long walk. But I do use a shipping tape to tape labels down to envelopes and packages. I'm not gonna
taping the label to it is fine, but like, have you not gotten the ones that like they tape it? Like, do you tape it all the way around and over and all the edges?
I pull the tape out as far as I know that it'll like lip over,
but
because
you're not.
I'm not taping the whole thing.
If I got an envelope from you, I could open the envelope.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like a lot of people,
probably a letter opener. To be fair.
Yeah, you couldn't
even, but you can't even use a letter opener with the packing tape.
Okay. I'm not guilty
of it. I have to go
then.
get the scissors, which are apparently like 3-mile walk for me at my house.
Apparently, uphill
them in a different
ways.
house,
uphill
somewhere.
both ways in the snow.
I am.
All right, I might not agree with this one. I usually agree with most people's pet peeves. I don't know. This one's a little. Getting scissors might be rough, but
I'm also guilty of this. Like before I got my label printer, I used to do the same thing Joe did, where I would print out the paper, the paper label, and I would fold it so that I would be able to tape the back of it, so it would like be an enclosed package. So there's no way you could tamper with it and really open it without actually tearing the paper, the label itself, and having the whole thing be open. So I actually kind of like that and thought that it was a nice thing to do. Don't say to have packing tape all the way around like both sides of it. But you would probably need scissors to open mine. But I feel like
these dance moves there, by the way.
I'm like, listen,
we got to make that a short with some. That'd be great. Oh wow, this is fun. Okay, Paul Ellison, because he's been a long time watcher. We're going to give him two. We're going to give him two because he has two good ones.
Oh yeah.
First one are card shops that don't refresh. We won't even say card shops. Any seller that don't refresh their dollar box, quarter box. Just went to the show yesterday. I was like, there's a couple sellers I go to every time. Like, if they have the same stuff, if I didn't buy it last time, I'm not going to buy it this time. So yeah, it does get frustrating when you look in and there's nothing new. EP, do you do that? You sell at shows.
I've only sold it 2, and I think that you were pretty happy with the amount of stuff that I refreshed between my first show and my second show, because I actually added multiple boxes and I had lots of other stuff there. So I mean, yeah, you don't want to have stale inventory.
And I spent a lot of money
sell.
at your table.
You did, and I appreciate that 100%. Like you're not gonna be able to sell stuff if you have the stuff that didn't sell last time. Why do you think that leave some of it? Sure, some of it maybe, but why would you think that it would sell? Why do you think the people that show up this next one are going to be so different? Like you're expecting 100% different kind of people especially at a local show where it's probably the same people showing up at every show. Yeah. Have something different, mix in some of the old stuff. I mean, that's
this complaint could be expanded well past dollar boxes, right? Mm-hmm. eBay stores. People who don't, kind of refresh, put some new stuff up on their eBay stores. Mike, you're a stack sailor. If you just everything that didn't sell the last stack sale was all you had for your next stack sale,
that'd be bad.
Same exact thing there. I know Paul has bought from you on your stack sales as well. So yeah, just keeping your inventory fresh, I think, is just an important lesson for any seller, not just folks, refreshing dollar boxes.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean you can't bring it back. Like at some point,
have it with some, because you're going to get new seller or new buyers, right? So yeah, you can keep some of the stuff. Maybe someone new might want that stuff, but you have to refresh it with new stuff.
You see that a lot in like Twitter sales threads too, like the same people trying to sell the same card week after week after week for the same price that nobody bought the week before, or the week before that, or the week before that. Yeah. All right, his other one are the sellers on eBay or Twitter, wherever it may be you're buying, that charge you $5 for shipping, but then they send it in a plain white envelope or eBay standard envelope.
This is gross.
It is.
Yes. I hate to interrupt, but this is gross because it's happened to me. And I remember I posted on social media back when I actually used social media. I posted on social media.
But then you have the people say, "Oh, but did it say it was eBay?" But like, even if you do, don't charge $5 for that.
You're implying.
You're ripping somebody off because the person might not catch that. Because come on, people don't even read descriptions, but they're gonna check to see what shipping service. Yes, maybe it is technically your fault if you didn't see it, but if you're charging $5 and sending an eBay standard envelope, you're doing that on purpose to screw the people that don't catch it.
And you're trying to make a profit on your shipping. Yeah. That is so ridiculous.
Screw you if you're doing that.
Yeah, and if it actually costs you $5 to send eBay standard
envelope,
you should not be selling on eBay. You are an idiot. You should just go away. You got other things you need to worry about.
To my point before, I posted on social media, on Twitter, I finally got, and I sent a picture of, it was 3 cards sent in an envelope, 1 top loader, cost 80 some cents on eBay standard shipping, and they charged me like $5. I didn't mind paying the $5. I assumed they'd all come in individual top loaders, that they would be sent bubble mailer and with tracking, things like that. Nope. But people commented well, the person had to run to the post office, didn't they? The person had to pay for supplies.
Get out of here.
You don't. If you're sending an envelope, you don't have to run to the post office. You can put it in your mailbox like every other person in the world does for every bill or check or whatever.
There's no defense for that whatsoever.
And the people who came at me about complaining about it are clearly ones who do it.
Yes.
They're clearly ones who are making a profit off of shipping.
I don't even take my packages there. I have them all picked up. The post office will pick them up.
If I had a covered porch like you do, I would do the exact same thing. I unfortunately don't, so I have to drop them off. But still, it's ridiculous.
All right, next one here, our old buddy, the bargain boxer. Doesn't like influencers. Does that mean he doesn't like us?
Sounds like it. I mean,
I don't think we're influencing anyone, so I think we're good. I think we're safe.
I sure hope we're not influencing anybody, because if you're being influenced by us, stop.
If people are taking our advice
here, get help.
Yeah, just reassess your life choices if we are influencing you in any way. No, I mean, I don't either. They're content creators. I think there is a difference, right? I think content creators, I'm going to use Alico 3. I think he is the absolute best strictly content creator. He doesn't monetize his videos because he wants to use his own music, right? That's what I love. He wants to use like music that would demonetize it. He's not trying to show any product at you, and
not
there are friends of
stuff.
He's not pumping stuff. There are friends of ours that do, but we'll leave them alone. And he's just showing you what he's doing. Like, it's not, there's no end game for him. Sure, he has an eBay store, right? But that he mentions it like 2 seconds at the top and then moves on. He does not mention it again. He is the ideal content creator. He's not trying to influence you to do anything.
I feel like sometimes you can, like, influencer and content creator are almost, some people think they're synonymously, but I think when you think of the word influencer and what that conjures in your mind, it's a different thing, where it's somebody who is just trying to influence people, just trying to get people to do X, Y, and Z. Where it's different, where when you are, if even somebody's trying to do X, Y, and Z, but they're providing they're providing like some sort of even more than entertainment value, like informational value and stuff like that too. I feel like it's a different, very, as much as they can be synonymous, they are not synonymous. There are two different things. And influencers, I agree 100% that people who are influencing just to influence, or creating content just to influence, a lot of times can be bad eggs. So yeah, I agree 100%.
And you can tell the difference. There's a lot of content. Every content creator could be an influencer, but they're not creating the content, like you said, EP, to influence you. And when you watch content on YouTube, you can clearly tell the difference between the people who are creating it to try to get you to think a certain way, or people that are just creating it because they like what they're doing, like us. I feel like we're that way. Please, if we come across as an influencer to you, let us know in the comments.
Because we do not want that responsibility.
We've never wanted to, but there are people, like, there's a big difference between Jeff Wilson and Elite Co 3. And yeah, Elite Co 3, like you said, Joe, has his own eBay store, but like, I feel like, okay, maybe he's not really using it for advertising, but like, if I want to buy something from him, seeing it in a video and getting that look at it, kind of cool. Like, and you
have bought from him,
and you can hear his opinion about the card and stuff. And I really respect his opinion as a grader, probably more so than anybody.
Yes,
any actual grader.
Yes,
absolutely.
And the difference is, he will be straight up with you. If you watch his videos, he'll be like, ooh, this should not have gotten a 10. I'm putting it in my eBay store. He's not going to try and say, oh, this is a great 10. Someone should buy this. No, he is 100% straight up. That's why I appreciate his content and don't consider him influencer, like you said, Mike, Jeff Wilson.
Yeah, don't be influenced by Three Stooges.
Yes, please.
Please.
Cheers.
All right, the final one comes from Tim 26847. Now, this is not our genre, but he hates the fact that they have sticker autographs on NASCAR cards. And he is a big NASCAR collector. And the reason I really wanted to bring this up is because I'm a wrestling card collector. And like, there are a lot of similarities here. It is the laziness of the company producing the cards. If everybody involved in it is showing up in the same place every single week, where you could easily send a representative there, maybe every month, maybe every quarter, and get autographs signed on the cards, it would be no problem. All the race car drivers are in the same spot every week. All the wrestlers are in the same building every week. It's laziness. We'll just send them a sticker and have them sign an affidavit, and we won't do the work or put the expense in to send somebody to do it. So I'm totally on board with this, because really it brings the whole sticker autograph, a lot of it, for whatever excuses people wanted to make for the pandemic and everything. These people are in certain places at certain times, and you can get them, but you choose not to.
My whole anti-sticker autograph thing is well documented, so I won't go into the massive tirade here. I completely agree. I've even said, like, specifically for NASCAR, in your case, Mike, WWF or WWE, I'm sorry, like, or wrestlers, AEW, anything, like, they are in the same place at the same time. That's outlandish to me that they don't send a representative to do that, because in my opinion, it's outlandish that they don't send a representative to a training camp. you know, an NFL training camp or spring training where you have more players than you will need to sign cards because some of them are going to get cut. But again, you can be there. You can take. I'm hoping that Fanatics, because they're going to have such a tie-in with players, will do this where they will send representatives out to get cards because the players have a vested interest in those sales. So hopefully a change is coming. But to my knowledge, Topps still does sticker autos as well. So I don't know how much of a change is coming. But yeah, it is ridiculous in those two specific cases with NASCAR and in your case, WWE and wrestling.
I feel partially responsible for this. Like I think of Topps and I think of their the baseball where you have international prospects, you have all these minor league teams all strewn across the United States. So it makes sense for that. But by us accepting those, then companies are going to look at it and say, oh, well, if they are okay with the sticker autos for these, they'll be okay for these. And in these specific cases like UFC and WWE and NASCAR, again, literally everybody that you want an autograph for is going to be in the same place at the same time, and there is no excuse other than laziness, like Mike said. So, like, while I'm kind of okay with it for baseball because again, I feel like there's just this huge area they need to cover. Us accepting those is allowing them to say, okay, well, if they're okay with that, then we can just go ahead and do this and just be lazy about it.
But the problem I have with that is if you think of the logistics of it, okay, how long is spring training?
Well, not every player is going to invite to spring training. But
the ones you want autos of are, right?
I mean, if they're like rookie ball, I don't know if they all end up in spring training. I'm not sure. I mean, it's like international prospects. A lot of them aren't going to be over.
Okay, well, that's okay. International prospects, fine. Sticker autos for them. But any players that's going to spring training, any player, you don't need 32 individual people if you're going to NFL preseason. They can fly places. They can go different places and have a stack of cards for these players to sign. So I don't like the excuse that, oh, it's spread out all over the country. I think that's just laziness. I think the card companies need to get back.
You could also rent out a mansion and have like a party weekend for them and invite them there to sign like they did. And
they can have people from their entourage sign it.
Yeah. Or, take the cards with them. And
whoever signed George Pickens cards. I mean, stuff. Yeah.
We were in agreement that was a good idea. Just they didn't pull it off. Perfect.
Right, not quite perfect.
But there you go. Sticker autographs are EP's fault. That's what I learned today. And
that is a headline.
I will take the blame. I'm okay with that.
That's the viewers' gripes. Our pet peeves series will be over. If you didn't like this video, guess what? It's your fault because these are your pet peeves. I had nothing to do with it. I just read them.
My pet peeve is if you complain about your pet peeves.
I like to complain. What can I say? Gets views.
It does get views.
All right, guys. I'll see you next week. Take care.
See you.